Hello there. Welcome to the salon. I am Rita and I will be doing your ear cleaning for you today. I understand that you are a hybrid creature, so your ears may be a bit different from what I am used to. Your ears have lots of fur and very deep canals, so we have a lot to clean. In this spa experience, I will clean your ears, I will wipe them off, and I will give them a good massage, okay? Great, so let's get started. You can close your eyes now, if that helps you relax. Wonderful. The first thing that I am going to do is, with every standard ear cleaning, we do take a look into the person's ears. So I'm going to look at your ears very quickly and see what work needs to be done. Turning the light on my flashlight, I'm just looking inside your ear. I see you have quite a bit of fur, and behind all of that fur, you have a lot of earwax, it seems. It's going all the way deep into the canal. Deep into the canal. And it's pushing up against your tympanic membrane. The walls of your ears are lined with dead skin, and you have lots of ear hair. Okay, let's get started. First, let's turn off the light. Now we'll get started with your ear cleaning. If anything hurts, please tell me and I will change what I'm doing immediately, okay? Great. So I'm going to grab this cotton swab. Now, in general, cotton swabs are not recommended to clean the inner portion of your ears, but I will use the cotton swabs to clean the outside of your ears, okay? So I'm just going to insert the cotton swab in your ear, and I'm just going to use it to clean all of the outside, okay? I'm gently cleaning the outside. Now, let's get behind your ears. Alright. As I'm doing this, I am going to turn on my light, okay? So it might be a little bit bright on your closed eyes. And I am turning on my light so that I may see the inside of your ears, just to make sure I'm not hurting you. I'm going to pay special attention to the back of your ears and make sure that there are no issues. I'm bringing the light back in now, and I'm just really making sure that all of that is nice and clean. Now we're going to switch over to this tool. It is a special tool. It may look very intimidating, but I promise it is not. And this is just going to pick up all of that dead skin that is next to you, okay? So I'm just going to clean up the dead skin on your ear. Great. All of the dead skin has now been removed. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start going on the inside of your ear, okay? Now, the tip may be a little cold, but it shouldn't be very scary. I'm going to rub this fluffy part all over you. And this is what the back of it should feel like. Nothing to be scared about. Now, I'm going to rub the part that I will be inserting in your ear all over you, on your forehead and your nose, your cheeks, and all on the sides of your ear. Now that you have a feel, I'm going to put the light back on you, and I am now going to go inside of your ear, okay? If it hurts, please let me know. And I am really gonna work on getting all of that earwax out of your ear, okay? I am making my way through quite a big portion of all of the earwax that you have. Good. You seem to be a self-cleaner. You have a lot of earwax pushed on the back of your eardrum. But we shall get it all out and make it as pain-free as possible. to use the soft side to clean off a lot of the dead skin that is deep within your ear canal. This should feel a little bit ticklish, but if you feel pain, please let me know. Great. That looks swell. I say that looks pretty well. So now we're going to move to the next portion of our ear cleaning. First, let me turn off the light for you. Great. The next thing that we are going to do is we are going to clean the outside of your ear with some water, some soap, and then after that, we're going to give you a massage, okay? This bottle is what I'm going to use to start cleaning the outer portion of your ears. I'm going to spritz. And now I'm going to add soap. And I'm just going to really scrub your ears so that they can get clean. I'm gently scrubbing the outside and making sure that all of your fur is okay. Nice and clean and nice and scrubbed, cleaning all that air wax off the bits and pieces of your fur that are sticking out. Alright. Now I'm going to spray your ear once again, getting all of that soap out. Great. And now I'm going to dry your ear off from all of the wet water. Please let me know if I'm being too rough as I gently dry off your ears. Great. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to put some lotion on your ears and we're going to massage the lotion in. I hope you do like the scent of this. Great. Now I'm going to go on your ears and massage and massage and massage. I'm going to rub the back and rub the back and rub the sides and rub the sides. Massage the fur, massage the fur, massage, 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 massage the top, massage the back, massage, make sure to get the area by your piercings. And massage, 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 massaging here, massaging there, massaging there. Great. Finally, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to brush your ear fur, and then we shall move over to your other ear. Wonderful. Now, could you flip over to your other side for me so I may begin cleaning your right ear? Now we are going to take a look inside your right ear. So, I'm going to turn on my light and we are going to have a look inside. As I am looking inside your ear, I do see quite a bit. The first I see, just like your other ear, your earwax is pushing on the tympanic membrane. It's pushing deep on the membrane. You have earwax all around the sides. And lots of dead skin as well that has built up. On the outside of your ears, the same, lots of dead skin. Your hair is quite long and there's lots of earwax on top of it. This ear does look to be red and inflamed, so I will be much more careful when I examine it. As I look at the back of your ear, it seems to be fine, so I am not concerned about that. Great. So, just like the other ear, I'm going to start by using this cotton swab to remove all of the dead skin on the outer portion of your ears, making sure that I do not put this inside of it. That way I can prevent myself from pushing your earwax further in. I'm going to turn the light back on, and now we can get started. I'm paying special attention to the back of your ears, as the back of our ears can get dirty quite often, but is a hard place to clean completely.
And I am just making sure that it's nice and clean.
Great. So, we have cleaned that pretty well. And now I'm going to scrub away all of the dead skin. Now, as I said last time, this should not hurt, but your ears do seem to be red on this side, so they may be pretty sensitive, but I will try my best to be as gentle as possible. Let us begin. I'm just scraping the edges and scraping the sides and scraping the other side and the other edge, making sure all the dead skin from the outer portion of your ear canal has been properly removed. I'm going to get this top surface, making it nice and clean. And now the back one more time. And the inner portion of your ears. Great. The next thing I am going to do is I am going to begin to remove the earwax from the inner portion of your ear canal. Once again, there is nothing to be worried about. I will take great care into making sure your pretty little ears feel no pain at all. To begin, I'm going to scrape you just gently like this with the tool I will be using. And now I'm just going to scrape all the way around. Once again, let's begin. Getting deep in the ear canal and making sure that I remove everything. I'm carefully scraping the inner portion of the ear canal, the sides of the ear canal, and all of your ear's functions. I'm scraping and making sure that they are okay. It's looking like your wax has been cleared up. Great. So now what we will do is we'll switch over to the fluffy portion and I will begin to get up the rest of the debris. I am just fluffily running my fingers through with this tool, cleaning the outer portions, and now sticking it deep and cleaning the inner portion. Do let me know, once again, if you feel any sort of pain whatsoever. Wonderful. Now that has been nice and cleaned, it is time for us to clean your ear. I shall turn off the light and we shall get started. Just like with your other ear, when we are cleaning the ear, we'll start with some spritz of water. And after we spritz your ear a couple of times with water, we'll then go in with soap and scrub. And after all that is done, we'll take some lotion and we will massage your ears. And after we massage your ears, we'll then brush your ear fur. So let us begin. I'm going to spray your ears. Make sure that they are nice and saturated. Now, I am really getting in your ears and scrubbing then of all of that earwax off of your fur and scrubbing your ears until they are nice and clean. Perfect. Now I'm going to spray your ears again and get rid of all of that soap. Good. And now I'm going to dry off your ears. Making sure your lovely ears are nice and dry. Great. And now it is time to add lotion. Now it is time to massage your ears.
I'm going to massage and massage
And massage, and massage, and massage, and massage. And brush your fur. And massage, and massage, and massage. And massage, and massage. And massage, and massage, and massage. And massage. Great. And now I shall brush the ears. Fur. I'm making sure all the lotion is worked through so that your ears are nice and wonderful. Alright, we are completed with our session today. You may stay and rest a little longer for however long that you may like, and I will see you next time. Thank you for coming in, and I hope that you choose our services. Once again, have sweet dreams. Goodbye now. Hello, and welcome to your Applied Kinesiology session. I am specialized in this modality, and my name is Rada. In your Applied Kinesiology session, we will be examining your body and seeing what your body needs. We see what your body needs by testing it for different variables. So I may touch on a different part of your body to activate it, and I will have you hold your arm out in front of you, and I will gently push on your arm. You don't need to apply any force or pressure to your arm, you just need to hold it out. And I will say hold, I will push. If your arm has a weak response, it will fall down on its own naturally. Got it? Great. So, you have been experiencing a lot of tiredness, lightheadedness, dizziness, and so we'll be working on those things today. The first thing I want to do is I want to connect with your body waves and with your body frequencies. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold my hands over you, just like so. And I'm going to move them out side to side. And I'm going to tap into your body's frequencies, allowing us to connect on a deeper level. And then once we do that and our bodies are connected, so I am in tune, we can then begin this modality. Here we go. So I have my hands out in front of you, and I'm just going to hold. You can take in a deep breath and let it out. And take in another deep breath and hold for 1, for 2, for 3 seconds. And now you can release it. And once again, breathe in for another deep breath and hold for 1, for 2, for 3 seconds. And now I'm going to move my arm around your body's energy field. And I'm going to move it all around. I'm just going to be feeling the energy in the space and removing unwanted energy from you. And as I am feeling your energy, I am going to attune it to my own as I touch my head and my chest and then go back into your energy. I am connecting our energies together. And as I am feeling your energy in the space, I'm starting to see all of the things that you were saying you had issue with. I'm seeing them quite clearly. And I'm connecting us together on this day. Great. I am massaging your energy force field with my hands, making sure we are connected. Great. Now I'm going to remove my hands from your energy and I am going to put them back in. Please take one deep breath for me again. Good. Now hold that breath. And I'm feeling your energy come to me as you struggle to breathe. Now release that breath. Great. And one more time. Hold that breath for me. Great. And now you can release it. Now our energy fields are in tuned. We are synced in with the space. We are thanking the space for giving us the opportunity to find peace and to find body healing. Now it is time to start our applied kinesiology session. I am going to be touching different parts of you. The first thing I would like to do is I would like to test your intestinal area to see if you may be having some intestinal issues. So I'm going to gently touch your belly to activate it. Would you please raise your hand in the air? Good. So this is what the hold is going to feel like. I'm going to come and I'm going to gently just touch you, push you down, and that's basically the hold, okay? Great. You can put your hand down again. So I'm going to touch your belly to activate it. All right. And now your belly should be activated. Please raise your hand for me. Great. Now I'm going to go in. I'm just going to pull on your hand. I'm going to push down. I'm going to say hold and hold. Great. Your belly and intestinal tract seems to be fine. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to touch your leg. And as I'm doing this, what I am doing is I am centering your body to your arm so that your arm is your outlet to tell us what is the issue. All right, please raise your arm again. Great. And hold. Good. You can put your arm down. It's going to be a lot of up and down arm movements. And now I am going to touch the bottom part of your leg, see if you're having any lymph node issues and blood flow issues, okay? Now please raise your arm again. Great. And hold. Perfect. And now I am going to touch your upper shoulder. All right, please raise your arm. Great. And hold. Perfect. And you can put your arm down again. And now I'm going to touch your feet and see if you have any issues there with pain, with walking, anything like that. All right, and raise your arm for me. And hold. Good. That's looking great. And now I'm going to check for dehydration. And typically, dehydration is an issue a lot of people have. So I'm just going to gently touch your head. All right. And raise your arm. And hold. Perfect. Okay. So the base issues for your body seem to be pretty good. So now I would like you to just rub a little circle on your chest, and then we shall begin testing for different things your body lacks. The first thing we're going to be testing for is iron. So please take your opposite hand, which is your left, and just rub a little circle on your chest, and that will be for iron. Great. Now, please raise your hand, your opposite hand. Great. And hold. Wonderful. And now press on the center of your belly. And we will be testing for magnesium with your opposite hand, please. Great. Now keep pressing and raise your testing hand. Good. And now we're going to test while you're applying pressure. Great. And hold. Good. Good. Great. So your body doesn't need any magnesium. Now we are going to test for the flow of your blood cells to make sure everything is flowing in and flowing out properly. So please, once again, this time instead of pressing, just hold your hand on your belly. Great. Now raise your opposite hand. Wonderful. Here you go. And hold. Great. That seems to be doing good as well. So now we are going to test for things that need to be extruded from your body. So that includes waste and things like that to see if maybe your bowels are backed up, okay? So I am just going to touch your lower leg to activate that area, and we can begin. All right, please raise your arm. And hold. Great. And now we're going to test for muscle tenseness and muscle stiffness. So, if you could, please shake your arm, your opposite arm from the testing arm. Great. You can place it down. And raise your arm, please. And hold. Great. You are doing wonderful. So far, I think that you might have a little anemia, which is why you feel fatigued and tired. Your iron test was a little bit weak. Your arm shook a bit, which means that that could be the cause of those issues. Your dehydration test did show that you were slightly dehydrated, but not much to be concerned about. So if you drink plenty of water, that should fix those issues for you. Okay. Next, I'm going to test muscle strength all the way around. So I'm going to be pressing on the different limbs of your body just to make sure that you have no weaknesses. So I am going to first touch your hand. Great. Now raise your arm for me, please. And hold. Great. Now I'm going to activate your leg and raise your arm for me. And hold. Great. And now I'm going to touch your lower calf to activate your feet. And raise your arm for me. Great. And hold. Great. And now I would like you to touch your opposite arm, please, with your testing arm. Great. And rub on it. Wonderful. You have activated it. Now you can place your arm down and raise your testing arm again, please. And hold. Great. And with your other arm, please touch your upper thigh, please. Great. And rub, please. Wonderful. You can place your arm down. Now raise your testing arm. Great. And hold. Wonderful. All right. Now, with your other arm, if you can reach your thigh, your lower calf, could you please touch it? Great. Now, please raise your testing arm. And hold. Great. So, everything seems to be good. Your muscles seem to be strong. They seem to be very firm. And everything seems to be in working order. Alright, and now what we shall do is we're going to tap back into your energies. We're going to test the area. We're just going to ask your energy what it needs. So I'm going to put my arms in front of you, and I am just feeling your energy force field. And as I'm feeling your energy force field, I'm feeling many different things that needs to be worked on. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to work on those energies. I'm going to bring the energies in and bring it out, and bring the energies in and out. Great. And in and out and in and out. Great. I'm just gonna work on those energies, bring it up and bring it down and up and down and up. Now I'm just gonna go in and bring in the gut energy and remove the negative. Good. And remove the negative. Good. And remove the negative. Good. I'm just gonna work with all of the energy in your body. I'm gonna move it around and shift it from side to side. And your energies are showing me what is wrong with your body and why you are feeling the way you do. And I'm just gonna move it all around. Good. And move it all around. I'm feeling strong energy. I'm just gonna remove it and remove it. Good. And remove it. Great. And I'm just gonna massage that energy now. Massage that energy. Great. I have worked with your energy and I have healed and purified it. And so now we are going to deconnect you from the space. So breathe in, hold for 1, for 2, and for 3. And now you may breathe out. And breathe in again. And hold for 1, for 2, and for 3. And now you may breathe out again. And breathe in and hold for 1, for 2, and for 3. And I'm just gonna disconnect you from the environment and disconnect you from the environment. Thank you for allowing me to work on you today. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I shall release you from our connected energy and release you from the environment. Thank you for coming in today for your applied kinesiology session. I hope that you found it helpful, and I hope to see improvements in your everyday life. Have a great day. Hello there. My name is Dr. Rada, and I will be your doctor for today. Your name is Mita, correct? Sleepy Mita? Great. And should I call you Sleepy or Mita? Raise one hand for Sleepy, raise your other for Mita. Sleepy or Mita? Sleepy? Okay, Sleepy. Welcome to the clinic. So I hear that you have a bit of issues today. Could you point and tell me what issues you're having? So your head hurts. Okay. And is there anything else that hurts? Okay, great. So there could be a myriad of reasons why your head hurts. The first could be a concussion, second could be a migraine. So we're going to give you a thorough exam to look over and see what's wrong, okay? So I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I would like you to answer it. If it's a yes, just raise your hand. If it's a no, just keep your hand down, okay? Great. So are you active? Do you work out? Good. Okay. Have you been traveling recently? Great. Do you drink alcohol? Good. You drink? How often do you drink? Do you drink once a week, twice a week, once a week? Okay. And do you smoke? No. Okay. You do smoke. How often do you smoke? Twice a week? Twice a day? Oh. Okay. And when you notice pain, Did it start in your ear or did it start in your head? In your ears. Okay. And when it was in your ears, was it a ringing pain, a dull pain? 1 for ringing, 2 for dull. It was dull. Okay. And when you discovered that pain, did it last very long or did it radiate to your head immediately? If it radiates to your head immediately, please put both of your hands up. Okay, it radiated to your head immediately. And would you say that this pain started recently or has it been a long time? If it's recently, put one hand up. And if it's been a long time, put both hands up. Recently. Okay. So we're going to do a couple of tests on you today. And the test will be to examine your head and your functions. And we call this an ENT exam. Okay. And with the ENT exam, we examine your ears, nose, throat. I'll also examine your eyes as well, just to make sure that everything's working with that. Is that all okay with you? Great. After we do the ENT exam, we'll also do a cranial nerve exam just to assess everything in your head. So we'll be doing a few different exams. And have you ever had a cranial nerve exam before? Okay, so we'll be testing a bunch of different things. So let's start with the ENT exam. When I do the ENT exam, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to look into your ears. I'm going to test your hearing. And then after I do that, I'll just look into your nose and your throat. Is that okay? Great. So let's begin the ENT exam. I am going to say some words on different sides of you, and I want you to tell me if you hear the word. If you hear the word, please raise your hand, okay? Here we go. Did you hear that? No. Okay. What about this? Candy. Did you hear that? Great. Soda. Did you hear that? Okay. Ice cream. Did you hear that? Okay. Cheerios. Did you hear that? Good. Lollipop. Did you hear that? Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a sound in your ears. I'm going to make a sound. And I would like you to tell me if you hear the sound or not, okay? Great. So I'm going to start with your left ear. Do you hear the sound? Okay. Do you hear the sound? Okay. And do you hear the sound? Okay. Do you hear the sound? Okay. And now I want you to tell me where the sound sounds like it's coming from, okay? Point to where you think you hear the sound. Do you hear it? Okay. Do you hear it? Great. Do you hear it? Great. Do you hear it? Great. So it seems like the sound of your ears seems to be working pretty fine. You can open your eyes now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to examine your ears, okay? I'm going to turn on a light and I'm going to tell you which direction to look, and I'm going to just take a quick look into your ears, okay? Okay. Let me turn on the light. Is the light too bright for you? Great. Could you please look left for me? Great. So now I'm just going to take a look inside your ears. I'm seeing that your ear canals look very clear, relaxed. It doesn't look red or inflamed. I can see your tympanic membrane. It's pearly gray. It doesn't look to be in pain. All right, that ear looks wonderful. Can you turn your head to the other side for me? All right, and now I'm just going to take a look at this ear as well. All right, as I am looking inside your ear, it looks to be pretty clear of earwax. It doesn't seem to be red or inflamed. I can see your eardrum. I see the tympanic membrane. It is pearly gray in color. There doesn't seem to be any fluid behind your ears. All right, that eardrum also looks great. So while I have this light out, I'm just going to quickly look at your nose. Can you tilt your head up for me? Great. Now let's take a look. Your nose is clear. The mucosa is nice and pink. You have no damage or bruising. No indications of what would be a cold. All right, great. And now, can you open your mouth nice and wide for me? Great. I am going to look at your teeth. Good. And your tongue looks nice. Your gums are pink. You don't seem to have any damage. All right. That was great. I'm going to put the flashlight away for right now. We are going to come back to it. Let me turn it off. All right. So, the next thing that I would like you to do is we are going to test your eyes and your different cranial nerves, okay? To make sure that that is all working and in order to figure out where you are having all of this pain from. All right? So, you see my finger? Could you please follow my finger? Try not to move your head and just follow it with your eyes, okay? Great. You followed my finger very well. The next thing that I would like you to do is I would like you to just raise your hands when you see my finger come into your peripheral vision. So when they're on your side, not in front of you, but the side. Got it? Okay. Do you see them? Great. Great. Do you see them? Great. Great. Do you see them? Great. The next thing I want you to do is when my fingers come into your vision, so when you see them in front of your eyes, I just want you to raise your hand, okay? Ready? Here we go. Great. 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 Do you see them? Great. And do you see them? Great. So the next thing I want you to do is I'm going to wiggle one of my fingers and I would like you to tell me which finger is wiggling, okay? Ready? Here we go. Good. 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 Great. Great. You did that great. So now we're going to do a nose to finger test, okay? And what I want you to do is I want you to point at your nose and then to my finger, okay? Ready? Here we go. Good. 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 Great. Good. Good. Great. Wonderful. You did an amazing job. So it seems like your hand-eye coordination is good. Your tracking is good as well. And you aren't having any problems seeing things come in and out of your vision. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out my handy dandy flashlight again. And we're going to take a look at your eyes. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just look at one of your eyes, okay? I'm going to put my hand over one and I'm going to look at the other. And I just want to see how well your pupils dilate and constrict, okay? Here we go. Nice. Okay. Let's do the other eye. Great. And now I'm going to swing. This is called the swing test. I'm going to swing the light into each of your eyes and I want to see how your eyes work in correspondence with one another, okay? Here we go. Great. Good. Great. Good. Great. Good. Great. Good. Now your eyes work pretty well. Now I want you to look into the light and I just want you to follow it, okay? Follow where the light goes. Follow the light. Follow the light. Good. Follow the light. Good. Follow the light. Great. Follow the light. Good. Follow the light. Great. Follow the light. Wonderful. Okay, you follow the light pretty well. The next thing I'm going to do is I want you to just stare at the window, okay? And I'm going to look for your red light reflexes. So just focus on that point right there. And I am going to look in your eyes, okay? Good, good. Nice. I see the red light reflex in this eye. All right. And now I just want you to stare at the chair behind me, okay? Over here. Right there. Okay. Stare at the chair behind me. Great. That is perfect. All right. All right. So the next thing that we're going to do is a sharp or dull test, okay? And so I'm going to touch your face with my hand and I'm going to touch your face with the flashlight. My hand will be dull. The flashlight will be sharp. Now, I want you to point to which one you think it is. So close your eyes for me. All right. And raise both of your hands if it's sharp and one of your hands if it's dull. Okay? Here we go. Sharp or dull? Good. Sharp or dull? Good. Sharp or dull? Good. Sharp or dull? Good. Sharp or dull? Okay. Sharp or dull? sharper though. Sharper though. Sharper though. And sharper though. Okay, so you can open your eyes now. So you did get a few of those wrong, which does have me at a little cause for concern. I'm starting to lean towards that you might have a concussion. Okay, and so to test that, I'm going to test some more of your cranial nerves. Okay, so as I'm touching your face, I'm going to try to push you to the opposite side. I just don't want you to let me push your head. Okay, here we go. I'm pushing and pushing and pushing. Oh, okay. And now let me remove this flashlight. Okay. And now I'm going to do the same thing with this hand, okay? And I want you to just not let me turn your head. Ready? I'm pushing and pushing and pushing. Okay. Now, put your hands in mine. Good. Now, I'm going to push up on your hands and I want you to stop me from pushing down. Ready? From pushing up. Here we go. I'm pushing and pushing and pushing. Great. I'm going to push down on your hand and I want you to stop me from pushing down. Ready? I'm pushing and pushing and pushing. Great. And now can you do this with your hands? Just like that. Okay. I'm going to pull your hands forward and I want you to stop me from pulling your hands forward, okay? I'm pulling, I'm pulling, I'm pulling. Good. All right. So that seems pretty fine. Can you puff your cheeks out for me? Now I'm going to pull your smile down and I want you to stop me from pulling your smile, okay? I'm pushing, I'm pushing. Great. And now you can relax your face and close your eyes, okay? Great. I'm going to try to open your eyes and I want you to stop me from opening your eyes, okay? I'm pulling, I'm pulling, I'm pulling. Great. That is pretty good. So, have you hit yourself on the head recently? You have. And was it very hard? Okay. And when you hit yourself on the head, did you feel any pain here where you hit it? All right. So, based off of what you said, I'm going to take a look at your head, okay? And I'm going to check your scalp for any lumps and bumps, all right? Can you bend your head towards me, please? Good. So now I'm just checking your head for any lumps, for bumps, for tenderness. If I press here, does that hurt? You can raise your hand. Okay. If I press here, does this hurt? Yes. Okay. So I'm just going to look here. It seems that you do have quite a large bump here. I'm just going to palpate all the way around. Palpate, 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 palpate. And does it hurt anywhere else as I'm palpating? Okay. So, what I think has happened is I think you hit your head and you gave yourself a bit of a concussion, okay? So, what I would like to prescribe you is, some Tylenol pain pills to help you manage the pain, and we will check on your condition, okay? Concussions normally go away with time, but if it does get worse, that means that there could have been some brain trauma, and in that case, I would like you to come back, okay? And we will do more tests to make sure that everything is okay. But for now, it seems like you have a soft concussion. It doesn't seem to be very serious. So we'll keep watching your condition. All right. Thank you so much for coming in today. I'm glad that you got your head checked. And the nurse will be in with your discharge papers. And I'll see you later, okay? All right. Have a great day. Goodbye. My name is Rita. And welcome to Rita's Horoscope Salon. I do a variety of services from tarot readings to telling you your horoscope. And today you have booked me because you would like your hands read. Is that correct? Great. So, hand reading is one of my favorite things to do. You wouldn't think it, but our hands tell us a lot about how our lives are going to go. They can tell us about our future. They can tell us about our past. They can tell us about the problems we'll face. They can tell us about our struggles. It can tell us about so many different things. And so today, I am going to tell you what your hands mean. All right. So, can you please show me your hand? All right. So, I'm just going to take a general inspection of your hands. I'm just going to touch and feel them. I'm going to feel how hard they may be, how soft they are. And I'm just going to look at the most important part of your hands, and that is your lifelines. So, your lifelines tell us a lot. They can tell us things like if you'll be married, if you'll have children, the type of life you'll live, the type of career you'll have. And so that's what I'm just going to be taking a look at. Can you flip your hands over for me? I'm just going to take a quick look at the back. And as I am looking at the back of your hands, I can see a lot. Your nails are very well kept, they look pretty. All right, please flip them over again. All right, so I'm going to start with your left hand so you can put your right hand down, okay? Great. Now, please pull out your right hand. Thank you. So, let us begin the hand reading. So, I am going to look at your hand and I'm going to look at a few different things. The first thing I'm going to look for is something called your lifeline. And now, your lifeline tells me how long of a life you will live. Your lifeline goes from one point of your hand all the way down to the other. The stronger your lifeline is, the more of a long life you live, and your other hand will tell you about how healthy that life will be. So, even if you have a long lifeline, sometimes living a long life that is painful isn't very pleasurable. So, let's take a look. As I'm looking at your lifeline, it is very strong. It goes from one point all the way to the other, and that lets me know that you are going to live a very long and healthy life. And sometimes a break in between can show a short life or a life with um, haggard, a life with trouble and worry. So you're lucky as your lifeline goes from one point all the way to the other without any of that. So the next thing I'm going to look at in your hand is your future. Now, a lot of people don't know what paths they should take or what they really want to do with the future, but sometimes looking at our hands can help with that. You see, the different lines on our hands is what we look at to read hands, and they can tell us the type of futures people will have. As I am looking at your hand, I am seeing that your hand seems to be, how do I put this? It seems like you have a lot of facets, but they show that you would have the most success and the best luck in life when doing something creative, doing something with your hands, doing something that touches other people. So I'm seeing a lot of doing stuff with your hands and doing stuff that involves other people. So, have you ever thought of a profession or doing something related to creativity and others? Yes, stay on that path. That seems to be right up your alley. So, as I am continuing to look, if I look a bit closer, some of the lines on your hands shows stress. So it seems like you are prone to getting stressed early or stressed in life. You may feel stressed right now. You see, on this finger, the lines are telling me that you're prone to stress, fatigue, and getting overwhelmed quite easily. And so, because you have all of that in your hand, it is important to take care of your health and things that will help you de stress and unwind. Can you place your hand here? All right. As I am looking at your hand, you have a line going from here across there. And what that line shows me is love. And this is showing me that you will have one great love. Not many people get to have one great love in their lives. So you having a line from here to there, and it's very strong, as you can see, just like with your lifeline, there is no breakages whatsoever. So that'll be a strong love. And when we talk about great loves or one big love or one strong love, lots of people automatically assume that that love will be a soulmate or a partner. But a great love can be lots of things. It can be a great familial love. It could be a friendship love, something platonic. It could be the love of a job or a profession. It can also be the love of an animal. So, whatever that great love may be for you, it seems that you'll have one in your life. Now, for the future, I'm not seeing any children. Typically, when we look at hands and we read for children, there will be many lines in your hand that are interconnected, intertwining, and those are the sprouts sprouting out for your children. But for you, I don't see strong lines for them. So that can be that you never have children, or if you do have children, you won't have strong relationships with them. And that is specifically due to your career line that tells us about how you end up working with other people a lot. So it seems like due to your career path, you'll probably end up putting other people first before the children or family members or loved ones in your life, therefore not having very strong relationships, which is why I don't see children because I think maybe later down the line you'll make the decision that children just isn't for you. Now, I am seeing a strong line for friendship, and friendship will be very important to you because your hand lines are telling me that you are a giver. You give to people, and you are a doer. You like to put things into action. And so you will have very strong friendship because people tend to rely on people like that. They'll always come to you. So you'll never be without friends. Now, while as I'm looking at your hand, you do have a line for romance, but your romance may be a bit troubled, it seems. And troubled because, just like with family and children, the people that are the closest to you may feel a little bit left out or casted a shadow on because of um, how you put others first. And so they may start to feel like you don't treat others as well as they could be treated compared to them. You know, they may want to be treated as nicely as you treat others. And so, as I look at this hand, I am seeing a lot. I am seeing success. So, as long as you stick to a path that fills your creativity, you will be very successful in life to add to your abundantly long life. And as I am looking, I am seeing loneliness as well. There is a line around here that is pretty strong for loneliness. So you may face that a lot in your life. There'll be different aspects of that. And overall, based on your hand, it does seem that you'll live a good life. You'll live a happy life, but you have to be mindful of treating family as well as you treat others, because you can find yourself quickly outcasted from family if you focus too much on other people. You can place that hand down, and now let's look at your other one. Alrighty, now we look at the left hand. So I'm just gonna look at the left hand a bit, and I'm going to examine it. Okay, I'm seeing quite a bit. Okay, can you flip your hand over for me, please? Okay, bring your hand closer, please. Okay. You can flip your hand over. So, this hand is going to tell me all about health. It's going to tell me about your health struggles in life, things to be wary of, things to look at in the condition of your life. So, your right hand told me that you were going to live a very abundantly long life. Now, let's see how the quality of that life will be. So, as I look at this hand, I see overwork. So, be careful on overworking yourself, especially since you get tired and fatigued and stressed quite easily. This hand shows that you'll have a lot of it and you'll carry a load of it, and that you necessarily won't be able to deal with that well. This hand is showing me that you'll have some sicknesses here and there. So while your life may be long and abundant, it's important to take care of your health. This is showing me that you'll get sick easily. Yes. It's showing me that you'll get sick many times in your life, but it doesn't seem to be anything serious, thankfully. This hand is also showing me that you'll have a lot of loved ones get sick as well. So it seems that bad health runs in your family are in close circles to you. Hmm. It's telling me that while you have a strong immune system, because you're prone to stress, it will wear down your body faster than you realize. So you may not realize when you are stressed and try to put it off, but that will take a major toll on your body. And quickly you'll start to find yourself worn out. You'll start to find your body not working as it used to before. You may have trouble in the knees and the shoulders and the back. You may feel like you can't move as well. You may feel stiff. You may feel your joints crackle and pop. So it's showing me that for you, a life of healthy dieting choices and healthy exercise will be much beneficial for you. It will um, keep your life young and vibrant. It's showing me that you are prone to aging. So when you get in your old age, you'll kind of look the age that you are. And it's showing me that you'll have a life longer than your loved ones. So you'll start to outlive the people around you a bit. But you will have an abundance of love and people in your life. So there's nothing to worry about on that front. And all in all, it's showing me that you will live a very, very happy life. All right, let me turn off my flashlight. All right, now let's put your hand in mine, please. And now I'm just going to connect with you and connect our hands together. I can hold a breath and count to 1, to 2, to 3, to 4, and then 1, to 2, to 3, and 4. All right. And that concludes our hand reading session. Thank you very much for coming in, and thank you very much for joining me today. I hope that the hand reading provided you with valuable information about your life and your future. Please do come in for our other services again, and I hope that you'll have a great day. Goodbye.